Hello everybody, welcome back to Just Lights. In this video I'm going to be talking about my Federal Signal Twinsonic 12X A1 light bar. Now overall this bar is actually in really good condition. It runs good, sounds good. When I first got it, it had two red lenses on it. The guy I got it from actually had that blue one right there. Now the blue was actually in pretty rough condition when I got it. It took a whole lot of wet sanding and polishing to get it as good as you see it. Now it does have some cracks in it. So what I did is I took an epoxied it on the bottom side so you don't see the glue or anything like that. But you can see I didn't do a whole lot on the top because I don't want to keep putting pressure on there and possibly cause the cracks to run down the face and all that stuff. So I kind of stopped where I was at there. But I definitely made sure the front and the sides looked as good as they could. Overall, this bar appears to be all original except for the motor. The motor at some point was changed out. It has one of the motors that you see like in an aerodynamic, which was pretty common when these right here say the motor crapped out. It needed a replacement motor, especially if it needed a motor after the time the aerodynamics started coming out on the market. The replacement motor would have been one of those. So, but other than that, I'm going to go ahead and open it up and kind of show you what makes this the 12X, which has to do with the mirror arrangement. So I'm going to pull the lens off so you can see that a little bit better. So let's get the lenses off. All right, with that lens out of the way, you can see the X formation of these mirrors a lot better. Now, the biggest difference from the 12 to the 12X is the way these mirrors are arranged. So you see where on one side, you have the reflectiveness right there. And then the other side, you have the other half of the reflectiveness of that mirror. Now, versus the 12 would essentially been a mirror that would have been essentially this tall, but only one-sided only would have faced generally the front of the vehicle. Well, some organizations wanted to have a little bit more light from the rear of the vehicle for oncoming motorists that say they were on the side of the road. So essentially what they did is they essentially took a full mirror, pretty much sliced it in half, and put half of it down here, half of it up here. So now they have the rotator plus a 3 cascade mirror facing the rear, vice versa, facing the front. And that's how they were able to achieve more lighting facing front and rear of the patrol car. All right, so I turned the bar around real quick, kind of give you a better shot of this motor right here. Now, generally the A1s would have the Type 1 motor, which was a little bit larger motor than this one. Generally, it was flat on the top, flat on the bottom, rounded on the sides. It didn't really have any vent holes like this in it. Generally, this was the motor that would come on the aerodynamics. Now, I did have a date on this one, what looks to be 78, which is right around the time that the aerodynamics started coming out. I think they started in 77. So this motor right here either was salvaged from a bar and put on this bar at some point, or maybe this bar needed a new motor right about the time that the aerodynamics started coming out, and this was the replacement one that they got. I just want to kind of show you that because other than that, the rest of the bar is actually pretty original. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this light on and show you what she looks like. All right, so here you go. This is my Federal Signal Twinsonic 12X A1 light bar. Now, these bars would originally come out roughly around 1968. When they first come out, they only had the triple cascade mirrors that face the front, and you only saw the rotators from the backside. But somewhere around 1971, 72, when organizations were looking for more lighting to be emitted from these, they started coming out with other ones like the 12F, which is a flasher model, and the 12X, like this one right here, which is a triple cascade mirror that faces both front and rear. Now, they ran these lights all the way to about 1977, 78 when the aerodynamics started to take over. But in the meantime, from 68 all the way to that time, they did make some other variances of this light, even overall changing the length of the light. Now, this is a 52-inch light. They started bringing them down into like 47 3/4, 47 and a half. And you can get them in a couple different ways, as far as what they had, the CTS model, the one that they used for the NYPD and stuff like that. They were also known to be the first fully enclosed light bar at the time. So they gained popularity really quick. So they sold a lot of these models, and they were widely used for quite a while until obviously newer bars started taking over the market. Other than that, I mean, it's a really nice bar. It's a great bar to have in a collection. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.